The Gray Man review. There's a moment in The Gray Man, the new movie from Avengers Endgame directors Anthony and Joe Russo, in which hell is breaking loose outside a building in Prague. Truth be told, it's hard to keep track of all the globetrotting in this movie. The building is blowing up. There are heavily armed assassins and local security forces shooting each other to pieces in the square outside. And soon, a city tram is hurtling off its tracks and crashing through more vehicles while demolishing a whole city block. All I could think was, wouldn't this rise to the level of an international incident? Yet, for the film's main character, played stoically by Ryan Gosling, and the person helping him played with as much verve as can be mustered by Ana de Armas, it's just an excuse to dust themselves off and head to the next set piece. That's how generic and hermetically sealed a movie The Gray Man is. With a reported cost of $200 million, it's the most expensive film produced by Netflix to date, and the film, loosely based on the first of a series of novels by author Mark Greaney, certainly looks like all the money is up there on the screen. This is a big, slick, professionally produced spectacle that rapidly flies by and has enough on-screen movement to keep pulling your eyes to the screen in that Netflix in the background kind of way. But the plot machinations and character development, courtesy of Joe Russo, and screenwriting duo Chris Marcus and Stephen McFeely, who did far better work on all four of the Russo Marvel movies, are about as stock as they come. And the movie can't shake the overall familiarity of its plot. Eventually you realize that it's all style over substance, with little to say about its subject or characters. Gosling is the Gray Man of the title, a fellow named Court Gentry, who was sprung from prison where he was serving time for murdering his dad, until CIA handler Donald Fitzroy, played by Billy Bob Thornton, got him out and gave a job as a clandestine assassin due to his specialized skill set. 18 years later, and now going under the codename Sierra 6, Gentry sets out on a routine assignment but flubs it due to a child being near the target. He then learns that his target was once Sierra 4, also an assassin for the CIA. Agency bigwig Denny Carmichael, I'm not going to attempt to say the actor's name, wants him dead because he knows too much about Carmichael's evil secret agenda. Now that Gentry has this knowledge and a MacGuffin that contains it, he becomes Carmichael's next target. The latter taps psychopathic mercenary for hire, Lloyd Hansen, to do whatever it takes and kill whoever he must to put Gentry down. Going on the run with only the liaison for his last mission, helping him, Gentry must expose Carmichael, outwit Hansen, and rescue the only people he cares about before it's too late. Rogue agents, double-crossing bosses, a gleefully lunatic killer, reunited for only those special missions. It's all here, along with a steady stream of shootouts, explosions, brutal fistfights, and continuous chases designed to make you forget that the characters are thinner than wet tissue paper, and that the twists and turns of the plot add up to very little in the end. While Gosling's character is given a token motivation late in the movie to explain some of his actions, and the actor is physically impressive in the role, he also plays Gentry so cool that he's almost comatose at times. Gosling is watchable enough to make it work, and you're mildly rooting for him to win, but he feels like a blank slate a lot of that time. And the one-liners, the script is full of them, just sort of fall out of his mouth and hang in the air. Thornton adds his natural eccentricity to his role and gets to do a little more with his character. But almost everyone else suffers by comparison. De Armas and Jessica Henwick portray tough, no-nonsense agents, but they literally have no lives other than their roles as enablers and helpers to Gosling and Page. Page is the typically irredeemable evil CIA suit, slick and soulless and one-dimensional to a fault. Acclaimed Indian actor, apologies for saying his name wrong, Dahanishu, shows up as a freelance mercenary hired by Hansen, but despite his charisma and action chops, his role is mostly superfluous. Evans is the only real wild card in what is clearly his biggest attempt yet to play an anti-Captain America. Evans cackles and smirks manically at every turn. You can practically see him forcing himself not to twirl his porn star mustache, which should get its own star billing. He's pretty much acting in his own movie, fast with the jokes, even as he's yanking someone's fingernails out during one torture scene. But his Hansen is ultimately cartoonish, undercutting any real dread he might generate. That's really the final analysis on The Gray Man. There's little generation of dread, tension, suspense, emotion, humor, or even engagement. The movie's beats are so familiar, the characters so cookie cutter, the action sequences and fights so by the number, that the movie undercuts itself. Even the around the world settings don't make much of an impact because the movie flies in and out of them so fast. Seriously, this is one of those movies where everyone can get anywhere in the world in 5 minutes. The Russos clearly know how to put a huge film together and just as clearly hope to start a new franchise with The Gray Man. But aside from its scope, a few striking action moments, and the overall quality of the cast, this is like a battle world of spy thrillers with pieces of it cut and pasted from other properties. 007 was taken Gosling's 6 quips at one point when asked about his numerical designation. It's the movie idea of self-awareness, but even at its worst, James Bond is infinitely more interesting, fun, and colorful secret agent to watch. So I'm going to leave a rating would be, I'm going to say 3 out of 5. And right now you can actually catch The Gray Man either on Netflix or in theaters. But another thing I'd have to highlight about this movie is the question of whether people don't like it because it's such a big blockbuster in theaters when it was filmed for Netflix. So, Netflix, all their original content and whatnot, you don't expect it to be that great of a movie. Now, if it was strictly just put in theaters and filmed for theaters, then I might expect a little more. But this was just like your average Netflix movie. But hey, let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. What did you think about The Gray Man? I thought it was a decent film for Chris Evans to get back to acting after his Captain America days. But let us know in the comments section below. And as always, if you want to support the show, you can buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/cinemagold. Your support helps the channel grow, upgrade our equipment, bring in new hosts, pay them, and hopefully take this show on the road. We really love to live stream from Comic-Con, D23, Star Wars Celebration, plenty of places. And your support can help make that happen. Of course, if you want to be featured on another episode of the Cinema Gold Show, you can send us a voicemail at 682-305-0483. Give us your thoughts on the topics we covered, or let us know a topic we should cover. Is there something we missed, something we got wrong? Let us know. And as always, you can find us on Twitter at Cinema Gold Show and on Facebook. And as always, thank you so much for watching and listening. We will see you next.